Hello, you guys. So, my name is Shunda Jenkins, and before we get into this episode, I wanted to share with you something. So, in this episode, you'll hear me talking about being a health coach and how I help women heal their bodies mentally, emotionally, and physically. So recently, I have decided to embark on this new journey as a mindset life coach. And so I'm still using the same techniques I learned as a health coach, but I'm deciding to solely focus on the mind and how I can help you establish better relationships in your life, heal your health, and also help you discover your purpose. And so that's something that I'm going to be focusing on. That's my new career. And so if you're interested in learning more about mindset coaching, please message me. I'm going to be leaving my link below so that you can follow me and learn more about my journey. Also, in this podcast episode, you'll notice that my alarm went off, and so my daughter, she's in virtual school, so I like to have my alarm set so I can make sure that she makes it to her Zoom on time. And so I'm going to go ahead and apologize ahead of time and let you guys know that you might hear that in there. But in this episode, I have a special guest, and we're going to be talking about mental health and about his journey. And so feel free to follow him. His name is Tybiaas Bethea, and I hope you guys enjoy this. Hello, my name is Shunda Jenkins. Welcome to Inspiring Woman Podcast. Each week, I share an inspiring story, motivation, and tips to help you get through your day. If you're ready to live an inspiring life, tune in for today's motivation. The purpose of life is to live it, to taste experience to the utmost, to reach out eagerly and without fear for newer and richer experience. Eleanor Roosevelt. Hey guys, welcome back to my podcast. In this episode, I have a special guest who is a recording artist. Music has allowed him to escape into a world of expression, and it doubled as a voice to his fans that can't quite put things into their own words. So in this episode, we'll be discussing being thankful for time off and how it benefits our mental health. Welcome to Tybiaas Bethea to the show today. It's good to see you. How are you today?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Are you ready for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, already. I'm always ready for Thanksgiving.
Oh, gee.
Always.
Are you cooking?
Nah, I'm not cooking. I'm not gonna visit some friends, some family. I will though.
Okay.
I will.
So at
But
Thanksgiving, it's going to be normal for you. Even, I know this year is not a little normal because of everything that's going on. I know some people are not even getting in gatherings. I know my mother-in-law, we're not really doing anything on her side, and we're just doing something at the house, in my house. So how do you practice gratitude? So since we're talking about Thanksgiving, how do you practice gratitude?
well, how I show thanks for everything that I'm grateful for. I just sit down and look at my accomplishments and look at the journey over things and obstacles I have overcome, and just goals and stuff, like the challenges of accomplishing goals or at least making progress on it,
Yeah.
and I reward myself, you know, with some time off. I might go somewhere, or I might, you know, even just pray. Praying is, and being thankful that way is just enough for me. I don't do too much, but just try to stay focused. But that's the main thing, though. I pray about it and be thankful for it.
Yeah.
Anything that I'm, blessed with.
Yeah. So you just pretty much you're thankful for where you at, and you thankful from where you used to be. You
Yeah.
continue to stay humble. That's what it
Mm-hmm.
sounds like. So I
Yeah.
know you are a recording artist. Can you share more with my audience about yourself?
Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm an artist, and I use that to escape. And like I'm not very good, or I wasn't very good at expressing myself, or really having one person to talk to. So I use music as my personal escape, where I speak through music. Um, it's been quite a journey, and I enjoy writing,
Yeah.
enjoy listening. I started with poetry and music. I love music at the same time, so I just try to really combine both of them, and it just became an artist. That's really how I escape into my own world.
Yeah. No, that's good. Like I love writing. And I feel like writing
Mhm.
like gets me into another space. And then I'm able to put all of my thoughts onto a piece of paper. And so, yeah, that's what I love about music and poetry is because you're able to express who you are,
Mhm.
and then people are able to connect to it because music actually gives your emotion. So especially if you listen to something sad, you might feel like, you feel that emotion that the artist is feeling. And so music is very powerful. So
Mhm.
I think it's really good to express yourself. So you just took a vacation. How was that?
Oh, that was great. I needed it. I need to get it every single day, every second. I enjoy it
That's
for
good.
real.
Okay, I know you're busy. You're a dad. You work full time. You make music. So how often do you just find time to just take a break? How often do you get that?
Well, I can't take a break from being a parent, and it's and with the working and music. I really try to schedule myself, and with the work, I'm a full time. Like I said, I'm on a schedule, so I have to be there too. And with the music, I normally just work it around my everyday things. So, and say I don't mass produce music. I really just go off of emotion and how I feel that week or that day or just in the moment thing, because I think mass producing music and songs, really take away from the quality of, what it really means.
Mm,
And at that point, you really trying to just put out product instead of quality. And so, and I try to if I'm writing music, I may do 2 or 3 songs in a day, and then I might take a break from writing the rest of the month or so, and just trying to perfect my delivery and just trying to create the whole product and make it as good quality as I can.
yeah.
So and and I just pick certain parts of the day where I want to relax and might go outside, might ride my bike or something. Just it's just planning throughout the day and throughout the week.
Okay. So that is awesome because part of what I do as a health coach is I help women not only transform their bodies, but I also help them heal mentally. So do you think music and taking time off, do you think that's something, it's like the music, is that a way for you to express yourself mentally? Like, does it benefit your mental health?
Yeah, it does because it like I said, it gives me I write it down and I can put all my thoughts and all my emotions on paper, and instead of verbally saying things in the moment, instead of stumbling over my words and being frustrated on me not being able to really get the listener to understand what I need to say, like in real time, I can take the time and really express myself through words, and then I can deliver it to my fan base.
Okay.
It's really trying to get the listener to really connect with myself or me to connect with them. You know, like I said, vice versa. So yeah, it really does help me express myself, take a lot of stress off, and frustration, and it just make me have a smooth day at the end of it, especially when I finish the product.
Yeah. So it's like therapy, you think?
Yeah, it really is like therapy. Yeah, yeah, I say
Because
that.
when you go into a therapy session, when you leave out, you're like, I feel like so much better. Like,
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
does because like I said, it's almost like I'm speaking to someone when I'm writing lyrics and when I have to deliver it on the mic. So now and I have to become creative with it because at certain points I have to show a different emotion or change tones or just to show in depth of how I really feel about that particular segment right there. So
okay.
it's a lot of creativity in it.
Okay, so what do you think separates you from, artists, because from other artists, like as far as, what you do in your music?
Well, what I do in my music, is really genuine. I'm not. Well, I think what separates me is really I try to be myself and go off of how I want things to be, how I want things to sound, and really like my own type of category. You hear a lot of artists trying to sound like other artists, or you know take vibes from other artists, but I genuinely feel like I have my own vibe and my own type of, creativity, my own product, really. So, and I just feel like that really just separates me, put me in a different category from most artists that's
Yeah.
independent.
Okay. So, how long have you been doing this? Like, writing music and pretty much singing and being an artist. Like, how long you been doing this?
I say really writing poems and stuff. I started doing that maybe probably 10 years ago, but being an actual artist, I really started being an artist maybe 5 years ago or so. But it's like I said, it's been quite a journey, and each time, with each product I make, each song I make, I learn something different about myself, my abilities and how I can make the next song or next product, even better than the last one.
Okay.
So yeah, I got some little time on my belt, but I'm gonna continue to keep doing what I do and keep writing and keep being an artist, keep producing music. So, and that's about it. So I say roughly, if you want to count, starting at
Okay.
point.
So, is your music, is it all about like your life, or is it like, what is the style? Is it R&B, rap, or is it a mix, or is it, what would you say? How is it like you just speaking words into like everything you experienced, or how do you create it? Because I'm just curious.
Well,
Like, I'm not an artist. So I don't...
nah, that's all right. Well, I would classify mine as more, it depends on what I feel that day. Is a mix between, hip hop. I do hip hop, rap, more like a spoken words rap or emotional type rap. It's nothing aggressive.
Okay.
I never aggressive music. And like I said, how I go about creating it is, it's really about, like I said, think something that I went through, something I felt maybe a long time ago that I just now got around to expressing. And, sometimes I can just sit there and, think to myself and write it down, create a song or create a beat in my head,
Mm-hmm.
and then create a beat in real time that I made in my head. Or also, I might just sit around and listen to instrumentals, and I really just start speaking to myself or a certain topic that I've been talking about maybe earlier that day. I find time just to speak on it through music. So it's quite a process, and it's a lot that goes into it instead of just writing and listening to music, because I am my own engineer as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's a process. So one song may take me 2 days to fully create after I get the words down on the paper. And that's because of engineering. So it's a lot that goes with it.
So,
and,
okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Nice. So, like I said, and also I speak other people's story. Like I listen to people, or I have fans that reach out to me,
Mm-hmm.
and I talk to them, and some things that are interesting are, their stories or things they go through, and I make a song pertaining to them, without calling names. But, if I think their story is intriguing or whatever they're going through, I create a song in their point of view, like
Mm-hmm.
tell their story without, and because I feel like it can relate to a lot of us, we go through the same things, but in different ways. But I do that too. So it's not just really about me. I do make music for my fans and about my fans too.
No, that's good. And that's really what it's all about. Like they say your
Mm-hmm.
purpose should also be tied to like really helping others. And so
Mm-hmm.
it's good to be in service to others as well as yourself, but in service to others, whatever your passion is, because that's really how the world, works. We're supposed to be helping each other. And so whenever you're putting out music, you're inspiring others to be better, or to heal through whatever they might be experiencing. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I love about music. I love music. I love all types of music. I don't just listen to one genre. I listen to everything.
Yeah,
So if
I
you see
heard
my
your
Apple mix, it's like crazy.
Yeah, I heard the music on your workout video this morning you posted. That I listen to that type of music too. I
Yeah,
listen to that kind of thing.
I listen to everything from symphonies to, jazz. It just really depends
Hmm.
on the mood that I want to,
Yeah,
experience at that moment. I'm like, okay, I want to put some rock on.
yeah.
I want some R&B.
Get you a little hyped up a little bit.
Yeah, I want to be hood real quick and put some rap
Yeah.
on. I'm just playing. But so when you decided to actually do this, like become an artist, how, like, did you tell people? And then if you did, how was their reaction?
When I first became an artist, I was more worried about, thought or what they're gonna think about it. Are they gonna like it? So I was really in this box with my music. I was doing music a long time before I even told anyone, And when I felt like I was pretty good about it or pretty good with it, I just tested it. I put like a little link out just to see what kind of reactions I got, and I got a few. Not how many I thought I was gonna get, but you know, it took a while for me to understand. Like, you make music for yourself and your fans and people that really connect with you. At some point, you have to phase out, all the negative thoughts, because learning as days goes on, you're gonna know that it's gonna be there. Everybody's not gonna like your product, and some people are gonna like it. So you just have to continue to stay true to what you really want to do and do it. So, like I said, when I understood that about everything, then I was more open to, share my music with, fans and people that I really grew up with, friends and all that. So it was it. And, I really get a lot of my support from, really, I hate to call my fans strangers, but strangers.
But they're
So
not
I really,
strangers.
well, they died, but I'm just saying I get more support from them than, people that's really close to me.
Yeah.
So that really keeps me going to see that I am really helping somebody, somewhere, and that person become revealed when they reach out to me and let me know, hey, this certain song helped me through the day. Hey, this certain song relieved my stress, and it makes me feel good. It makes me keep going.
Yeah. Because I mean, I know a lot of people say that, like they say, when they start things, and even with myself, when they start things, they feel like they're going to get all the support from their family, all the support from their friends,
Hmm.
and they usually don't. And I remember listening to this podcast, and the guy was like, you know, whenever we decide to do something and we want our friends and our family to support us, they want to support us, but they feel like pretty much when we're spending all our time doing something, we're taking time from them. And it's
Hmm.
not like they don't want to be there for us. It's like he said the most selfish thing that we could do is to do something for ourselves. He said, and a
Hmm.
lot of people, they don't know how to comprehend that because you're taking away time with them. And I was like,
Hmm.
okay, I thought like, okay, they just didn't really want to support me, but they want to. But it's like you create that division because when I'm working late at night or something, I stopped working late at night, but I used to work late at night, Travis would be
Hmm.
asleep. And I'm like, I'm taking away from my husband. So,
Yeah.
he's supportive, but I'm saying like if he wasn't, I would understand because what I'm doing is taking away from him. You
Right.
know,
Taking time.
when I'm busy and I can't spend time with my kids, I'm taking away from them. So if they're not
Hmm.
supportive or they resenting me, it's because I'm not spending time with them like I used to because I'm working
Hmm.
on my purpose and my purpose requires time. It requires me to be away. And so at that point, I had to realize that, you know, maybe this is why they were not supportive. It's like they were supportive, but it was like I was taken away from them and they didn't know how to be there for me because they want to be
Hmm.
there for them. And so I was like, okay. So, I
And
mean, yeah, there might be people that you don't know from around the world, but that's where you want to be. You're going to be
yeah,
influencing people from everywhere, not just in your city. And so that's the beauty of it, that you are reaching people outside of your community.
yeah. And you know what? You just gave me insight on a different way to look at things. Because, like I said, I was thinking one way to thinking that maybe they want to support me, but they just don't think it. They don't think of it as important as I do. And just like you just said, maybe it's because I don't spend enough time with them, or I don't talk to them enough, or I don't express myself to them enough, or express the importance of something that I'm doing enough to them, to for them to see it a different way. So yeah, maybe that could be the reason why I don't get as much support from my friends and family as I do my fans. So I will look at it that way.
Yeah, because when you in your craft, you really have to take, like, you can't even be hanging out on the weekends all the time with your friends.
Hmm.
It's times where I'm like, my friend will text me like, "Girl, what you up to?" I'm like, I've been busy.
Hmm.
So
Real
sometimes
big.
they have to take me out of my busyness and just to hang out, because we don't want to. We also, I'm sorry, I forgot I got these alarms for my daughter school. Okay. But sometimes we have to just create balance. I realized that I had to write out a schedule and write out what time I was going to actually devote towards my business, the hours
Hmm.
and everything I needed to do in those hours. And then I also had to put in time for breaks. I had to put in time for me, and then put in
Hmm.
time for my family. And so you might have to just be more scheduled, like you scheduled in your time off, like to just take time for you. You might have to just
Hmm.
schedule in, hey, this month I'm gonna spend time with this friend or this family member, and just say, hey, I know this is not normal, but I'm gonna have to schedule some time with you
Yeah.
because I'm working on my
Yeah.
craft, and I know that if I don't schedule time, I'm gonna be so busy, focusing on my music, that I get distracted from just making time for everybody else. And that's one
Hmm.
way that you can make time for them. And but yeah, I understand how you feel. You want the people who love you and that you've been friends with and you hang out with to be like the most supportive, but sometimes they're not. And that's something that I just really had to come to realization that it's okay. you know
Yeah.
Maybe my product is not their product that they want to buy.
Hmm.
Maybe my service is not what they need, and I had to be okay with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, whenever you realize that, it'll be okay in the end because you'll really know what audience you really, you know, is attracting, and it'll be okay in the end.
Yeah. All right, so this has been really good.
Yeah.
Can you
I'm
give
enjoying it a lot.
yeah. All right, so can you give anybody some advice on, like, they want to do something, like maybe become an artist, maybe just go out and achieve a goal,
Hmm.
and they don't have any support? Can you give them some advice, what you do and how to stay motivated, and just give them some advice if this was you starting
Oh yeah.
over, doing something new?
Okay. What I would really say is if you start from a clean slate and you don't have any support at all, or you want to do it but you're real doubtful though, it's always experts and other people you can reach out to, or first of all you got to start with research and really doing what you really want to do. You got to know in your heart that you do want to do this because it's going to create genuine, like it's going to make it more genuine of you doing it. So one thing, you have to first create the product, and you're gonna criticize it a lot because I even don't like a lot of my songs. Like um, my fans do. Like they'll listen to it, they'll love it, and it'll stream, it start trending, and then I'll be like, why this song and instead of this, you know what I'm saying? So and you just got to start somewhere. First thing you got to do is just really start, and you can reach out and show your friends just to get some organic feedback on your product. And what I suggest is you just got to keep going. You got to stay true to what you want to do, and over time you'll see that it'll start attracting whoever it's meant for. You might want this crowd to listen to it, but like you said, this crowd is attracted to this type of things. But like I said, even if you in it by yourself and you get discouraged, you might put something out and it don't perform like you expected. But that's not up to you to decide. It's up to the world to decide if this is the one, you know. So you really got to have that mindset, and you got to understand that this can be it, or and this can't be it too. And when it goes the negative way or the opposite way, you can't just let that defeat you mentally, because that's going to take away from your production. And you're going to really start doubting everything that you do, and it's going to start backing you up, and you're going to eventually just quit doing it. You know, when people say, I took a break, it's because of that, you know. They got discouraged. And like I said, don't make music for the wrong crowd, or don't make your product for the wrong crowd. Your product will attract who it's meant for. So
yeah,
that's the way I stay motivated, you know. And I know that I can share this on my Facebook or share whatever on my Facebook, but it's not going to get many reactions like if I shared it here on my fan page. So it's just wherever you want to put your product. You know, if you put your product in front of the wrong people, they might not see as much value. But if you put it in front of the right people, you can be worth 2 times as much as you were over here, because they understand what your value is. So you got to attract the right type of people. You got to go after the right type of people.
Yeah.
So that's how that goes in my life. So.
No, that was good. I really enjoy this. Lastly, what inspires you? What motivates you to get up every single day to continue to be you?
Well, what motivates me is, you know, just looking back at everything and where I started from, knowing that if I do make moves or make decisions, I will get a result, whether it's negative or positive. I always learn from negative things, so I don't really look at a negative as a negative. Always curious of what I'm gonna learn the day of, and I always have goals that I need to work towards, and I always have, you know, a destination that I'm trying to reach. Mm-hmm. So each day I wake up, you know, I know that I have work to do. I got to do it. Have a son to support. Got music to do. Got bills to pay. And yeah, so I know if I sit around and take a break, if I take a break, something's not growing, you know. Mm-hmm. And so, but like I said, in a sense, because I do have to take a break for my mental health. Mm-hmm. But on a productive day, a day I should be producing or making decisions, if I'm laying around not doing what I'm scheduled to do, so that's what really motivates me to keep going and wake up every day.
Cool. I love this. All right, you guys. Yeah. So thank you for tuning in today. I hope this podcast has been inspiring. I'll be sharing in my comments below how you can find Tybiaas, and you can follow him. I'll be sharing all the links to his website. So follow him on social media. He's very positive. He sometimes be posting some food so you can share, and, you know, you can go check him out. Yeah. But yeah, he's a very cool guy to follow. So check him out. But thanks for tuning in. I hope this has been inspiring. Bye.